Hello, my name is Jim Bailey, Superintendent of St. Michael Albertville Schools. On November 8, voters in the STMA school district will vote on a proposed increase in the STMA operating levy. The operating levy funds learning compared to bond levies that fund buildings. The current levy expires in 2014. Voters will be asked to revoke the existing levy of $500 per pupil unit and replace it with a new levy of $695 per pupil unit. The new levy would be approved for 10 years. The $695 per pupil unit would approximately provide an additional $1.2 million to the district per year. $500,000 would be used to maintain class sizes and student learning materials and programs. This equals the federal funding that will be eliminated at the end of this school year. It currently funds 8 teaching positions. $300,000 would be used to maintain and update computers and computer networks. And the remaining $400,000 would be used to maintain current transportation levels and activity programs. A 17-member advisory committee made up of community members, elected officials, parents, staff, and a current and former board member reviewed district financial information, anticipated district needs, and determined if a change in the current levy amount was necessary. The committee made the recommendation of $695 because it believed that an increase should only be for maintaining current programs and services. STMA is asking for an increase in the operating levy to maintain its excellent student achievement and current level of programs and services in technology, activities, and transportation. This amount recognizes the current economic conditions and leverages the maximum amount of state contributions, which would be 44%. This means that the state will share in the funding of the $1.2 million. The state will contribute $535,000, and property taxpayers would be asked to fund the balance of $680,000. The estimated cost for a $200,000 home is about $88 per year increase, or $7.33 per month. Every $100,000 market value costs $44 per year, or $3.66 per month. Over the last 3 years, STMA has been able to reduce its tax levy because of the state funding formula. Even with a tax levy increase, STMA will be asking for a slightly less tax levy in 2012 than in 2011. The challenge for STMA is to provide high-quality teaching and learning while being one of the lowest funded school districts in the state. STMA general education revenue per pupil ranks 331 out of 336 school districts. Only 5 Minnesota school districts receive less than STMA. STMA revenue per pupil is $500 to $1,300 less than area school districts. Despite the lower funding, the district spends 5% more on instruction and student services by spending less on administration, transportation, and capital expenditures such as technology. STMA gets a high return on its investment in education. Student achievement is in the top 17.5% of the state, with general education revenue in the bottom 5%. STMA has increased its achievement rank 3 years in a row while reducing budget expenditures over the last 4 years by $1.44 million. STMA joins only 30% of the Minnesota school districts who have made annual yearly progress to meet the federal standards for No Child Left Behind. The challenge is maintaining high achievement when 3-year budget projections show the future budget reductions in spending will be necessary, and the district already spends almost $2,000 per pupil less than the state average, and reduced expenditures over the last 4 years by $1.44 million. Because it spends less per pupil, and reductions have been made in past years, future reductions will have a greater impact on teaching and learning. A community member recently wrote to me that this means our schools provide a quality education without wasting taxpayer dollars. Even with the passage of the operating levy increase, STMA will continue to be among the lowest 5% of school districts in revenue per pupil. STMA will be asking slightly less in property taxes in 2011 than in 2012, and $1.5 million less than in 2010. The school board has discussed broad areas of expenditures that could be affected if the levy fails. They include eliminating teaching and other staff positions. The federal government will eliminate $500,000 at the end of this year that supports teacher positions. They will look at postponing textbook purchases, resulting in older and outdated textbooks. Fewer textbooks will be available as enrollment continues to increase. They will look at extending the walking distance beyond 0.6 miles to within parameters set by the state, which are 1 mile for K-8 and 2 miles for grades 9 through 12. They would delay replacing computers, resulting in older and fewer computers available to students. And finally, they would look at increasing fees and/or eliminating coaching and sponsor positions and eliminating programs with smaller participation. As I have visited with many community groups this month, one thing is clear. STMA community is proud of its schools. Thank you to parents, community members, and staff for your support and dedication to STMA students. This commitment has shown remarkable results. Please join us for an informational forum regarding the levy on the evening of Tuesday, October 25th. The forum will be held at the Middle School West Auditorium and will last from 7 until 8 p.m. The forum is being co-sponsored by the Big Woods PTO, the Fieldstone PTO, and the St. Michael Elementary PTO. It is open to all members of the community, and we look forward to seeing you there. Additional information about the levy, including where to vote and absentee voting, can be found on the district website. Thank you for your time, and please remember to vote on November 8.